To me, this is a really profound realization because if we look at the pattern of our lives and what we've been taught, it's always this movement towards trying to be fulfilled. And this can come in two main ways. One is we're trying to get something more that we think is going to be obviously fulfilling, pleasurable, pleasant. And this comes in the form of the desires that we may have and the goals and things of this nature and the dreams. But then there's also the side of it when it comes to the protection. We're trying to avoid certain things because we fear that we're going to lose something. So there's this constant sense of trying to protect what we have and who we think we are, and then trying to get more of what we think we need to be fulfilled. If we lose what we think we have, then we are afraid that that's going to make us unfulfilled. And if we don't get what we think we need, then we're afraid that that's not going to be able to, we're not going to get what we need to be fulfilled. But this all comes from the belief in the first place that somehow we are lacking something. And this is what I remember when I was at school being asked two key questions. The first was, what is it you want to do when you grow up? And what do you want to be when you grow up? And, as a child, I was just simply enjoying the moment. I was just enjoying life, just simply being. That thought never crossed the mind. And then as soon as that thought was introduced, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, that implies future. And it also implies that what is happening now is not enough. So you must do something more to get something more. And also that, or should I say, what you have is not enough. And so you've got to do something more to get something more. And that who you are is not enough. And so you've got to become something more. So our society has encouraged us to constantly try to become something more and try to get something more. And in that pursuit of that, which is coming from the belief that we are lacking something, that we are lacking something, we don't have enough of something, and that we ourselves are somehow lacking, we end up coming into this unfulfilled state. And then being in the unfulfilled state, we're trying to be fulfilled, but the more we try to be fulfilled, the more that we are actually unfulfilled. Because it means that if we're trying to be fulfilled, it means we already believe and we already feel that we are unfulfilled. So it becomes a loop, a trap that we often cannot see. It becomes a blind spot that we cannot see. And so we're so busy trying to become something and get something to be fulfilled that we don't recognize that actually that is creating the issue itself. The so-called solution actually is creating and reinforcing the problem. You see? Whereas if we actually recognize that what we are and what life is already fulfilled right now, then we enter into the fulfilled state, and then the sense of unfulfillment falls away.